Guys, in this video I'll explain to you lesson 1.8 and also a part of the revision sheet, the last 2 pages. Okay, lesson 1.8 is talking about the quadratic formula. We use this quadratic formula to solve type of quadratic equations that we cannot factorize easily. So you can use this formula to find the solutions of the quadratic equation. This formula is negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This will give you the value of x. We have two values of x. One of them, when we take the positive for the root, the second one when we take the negative of the root. So starting now, a equals 1, b equals negative 3, c equals positive 2. The formula, as you see here, x will be negative b, which is negative, will be positive 3 plus or minus square root of what? Negative 3 squared, because b squared is negative 3 squared is 9, minus 4 multiply 1, the value of a, multiply c, which is 2, all over 2a. 2 multiply 1 is 2. Now you can put this without the square root on the calculator. It will give you root 1. This answer will be 1. Now x will be 3 plus or minus root 1 over 2. Can you see that we have two options here? X equals 3 plus, what's the value of root 1? It's 1. And the second option, when x equals 3 minus root 1, which is 1, 3 minus 1 over 2. This will give you 4 over 2, which is 2, and this will be 2 over 2, which is 1. Before you solve, if I asked you to find how many solutions for this, you have two solutions here. To know how many solutions before you solve, you can take this part, which is called the discriminant. This is called the discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac. As you see, it's 9 minus 4 multiply 1 multiply 2. This will give you 1. 1 is positive. When you have a value greater than 0, it means you have two solutions. I'll explain this in details, but we will continue to practice another two examples. Number 20, what is the quadratic formula? X equals negative b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. A equals 1, b equals 5, and c equals 2. Here we have negative b, which is negative 5, plus or minus square root of b squared, which is 25, minus 4 multiply 1 multiply 2 all over 2a, which is 2. Negative 5 plus or minus 4 multiply 1 multiply 2 is 8. 25 minus 8 is 17. So the answer will be square root of 17 all over 2. We have two answers. One of them, when x equals negative 5 plus root 17 over 2, and this is the final answer. Or x equals negative 5 minus root 17 over 2, and this is the final answer for the two solutions. The last one, a equals 1, b equals negative 3, c equals 1. The formula is negative b, so it's negative 3 plus or minus square root of b squared, which is 9 minus 4 multiply 1 multiply c also equals 1 all over 2a. X equals 3 plus or minus square root of what? 9 minus 4 is 5 all over 2. So the answer will be 3 plus root 5 over 2 and 3 minus root 5 over 2. There is a different question when I ask you to determine how many solutions for the quadratic. What are the types of solutions? Okay, in some questions we may have the same answer. In some questions we may have two different answers, like this one. Even here, two answers. Here, two answers, as you see. Okay. As you know that when we graph the quadratic, it could go like this. Intersect with the x-axis in 2 points. It means we have two solutions. We have two zeros. We have two roots. They have the same meaning. We have two solutions. If it doesn't intersect in 2 points, but it only touches the x-axis like this, now we have one solution. For example, if it's 2, let's say this is 1 and 3. If it's 2, can you see that we have one solution? We say about this it has two real solutions. In this one, we have one real solution. You should say that we should have two solutions. Okay, we have exactly two solutions, but they are equal. So it means the 2 was repeating. Okay, the 2 is repeated. So we can say that it's one real solution, or we can say two equal solutions. I'm mentioning this because when you go in advanced math, you will find that there is two solutions, but they are equal. Here we can say it's one real solution. Okay, what about this one? This one doesn't intersect even with the x-axis, so we can say it's no real solutions. But I told you that we should have two solutions. We have here two real solutions. We have here two equal solutions. What about this one? Okay, here we go. No real, it means it could be imaginary. So the graph doesn't intersect with the x-axis in any point. We will imagine, because we need two solutions, we imagine that we have two solutions. So we can say it has two imaginary solutions. But how is that? Do you remember that when I take the square root of -4, it will be positive or negative root -4, and it will be positive or negative 2i, because negative inside the root. Here we can say there are two imaginary solutions. One of them is 2i and -2i, the last one. So we consider this with two imaginary solutions or no real solutions. Should I ask you to graph to know about how many solutions? No. The question, as you see, how many solutions, or what are the types of the solutions, but your answer will be shorter than this. How? We will use the discriminant to know how many solutions. For example, 3x squared minus 4x plus 2. Okay, how many solutions for this? Calculate b squared minus 4ac. If it's bigger than 0, if it's positive, it means it has two real solutions. You know why? B squared minus 4ac, is that the thing that inside the square root? Let's check. Yes, it's inside the square root here. Sorry. So if this part is positive, so we will have an answer. This answer we will take it two times, one with positive, one with negative. That's why we have two solutions. So this discriminant, which is positive, it means we have two real solutions. What about b squared minus 4ac less than 0? We have no real solutions or two imaginary solutions. Can you see why? Because if this part is negative, this part has no real value because it's negative. It means no negative inside the root. It means the answer will be with I, imaginary. So we will have positive and negative two imaginary numbers or no real answers. Okay, what if it was b squared minus 4ac equal to 0? Equal to 0, can you see what? If this is 0, so positive or negative, they will give us the same. Positive plus 0 or negative 0, plus 0 or minus 0, it will not be changed. So we have two equal solutions, or we can say one real solution. Let's check about this one. b squared minus 4ac, a equals 3, b equals negative 4, c equals 2. b squared is negative 4 squared, which is 16, minus 4 multiply 3 multiply 2. 16 minus 4 multiply 3 multiply 2 is 24. The answer will be negative 8, which is less than 0. Less than 0, we have no real solution. Okay, so the question again, I will give you the question. For example, y equals 2x squared minus 4x plus 3. How many solutions? What are the types of solutions? Your answer should be b squared minus 4ac. How many solutions are the types of the solution? b squared, which is 16, minus 4 multiply 2 multiply 3. This will be the same. It's the same. 3 minus 4. Okay, I changed it. Let's make this 1. Okay, 16 minus 8, it's 8. So it's greater than 0. Greater than 0, it means we have two answers, two real solutions. Two number of solutions, real the type of the solutions. Okay, I hope you understand this well. If you have any question, you can send me a message with your part that you don't understand. I will help you. Thank you.